Hey friends, this is Vishal from Recon Academy. Today we'll be discussing about a strategy which many technical analysts use to identify big price moves in the financial markets. It is a combination basically of two indicators. One oscillator is the relative strength index, and the parameter we can see over here is the 14 parameter. The second is the 200 days simple moving average, which I have plotted on the daily charts. Now, basically, this is a strategy which I have seen for the last decade where many technical analysts have used it to find precise big moves. But although I would just add one thing to it, that this is not the only two indicators which should be used to initiate or close a trade. This will just give you a hindsight of how a new big move in a financial market, in a stock market, can be identified. So let's start with the video. The first step to identify a big price move is that the prices should be closing above the 200 days simple moving average, which we can see over here. The second step is that there should be a trend line breakout in the RSI. We have seen many times that trend line breakouts are visible in the price. Trend line breakouts are visible on weekly charts, on monthly time frame, but this time we are not going to plot it on the price, we are going to plot it on the RSI. Now what does this exactly mean? A trend line breakout in RSI would sound pretty astonishing to many people, but it is a very effective way to initiate a trade. The reason for that is RSI, relative strength index, is basically a leading technical indicator. It always moves before the price. Whether it is a pretty large market correction, whether it is a big upside in the market, whether it is a big downside in the market, it will always give you a hint before things happen. Although that does not mean that you would trade the price as soon as you get the breakout in the RSI, right? So what we need to understand is, once we have the breakout in the RSI, we should have at least 2 to 3 days consistent closing prices above the 200 days simple moving averages. Once we have this, then it should be understood that a big price move is on the way. We can see once the prices close somewhere around here, we got a couple of whipsaws, but after a few days in the July of 2016, when a second small trend line breakout did happen in the RSI, prices started closing above the 200 day simple moving average, and this stock is Maruti Suzuki, my friends. And from this price onwards of 4161 approximately, consistently the stock has been trading above the moving average, and today we have the prices of 7900. This is just one simple way to identify a very big trend. Friends, let's go and check in some other stock. For example, like DHFL. Let's see whether we have the same pattern over here or not. Okay, so what we can see over here. Once again, in the Jan of 2017, I guess we can see the same pattern somewhere over here or slightly over here. Now if you try to compare the price and the RSI, the timing has been absolutely different. We have just connected three highs in the RSI. This is the first, second and the third. Now what we need to understand is, once we have the trend line breakout in the RSI and RSI is going above 50, do remember that the RSI also should be going above 50, which already over here it has started going up. Now once the prices have closed 3 days consecutively above this moving average, we have a big moment coming on the upside. Now I guess the prices over here are 285 or 286. From 285 one-sided, we got the move till 478, and then the prices came down over here. So this is one way to identify how big moves are going to come in the financial markets. This is not a way to initiate a trades, mind that friends. This is just a way to identify big price moves. Let's check out if we can actually find a negative move, which means a downside move with this strategy. Okay, now this is the stock RCOM. Now everyone knows that in 2017 RCOM uh, has been performing very badly, right my friends? So we have one trend line breakdown over here. We have connected 2 points, or if you want we can connect even these 2 points, which looks even better. Okay, so we have connected basically these 2 points, and when we have a trend line breakout on the downside, it actually means that the momentum in the market is on the downside. And once the prices start closing below the 200 days simple moving average, it means a big move is on the way. Now what are the prices over here my friends? 34.8, 34.40, and from the third day onwards 32.90. It is in a consistent sell, and we can see from 32 the prices have fallen down to 16 rupees. So basically this is just one way which I have seen over the years. Technical analysts try to identify big price moves on the upside or either on the downside. Let me once again tell you that this is not the way to initiate a trade or close a trade. There are many different things which you need to identify, check, and filter out the bad signals, because trading is an activity where out of 10 trades only 6 or 7 will be right. And that is also if you do it in the right way. If you don't have the right strategy in your hand, you will find many whipsaws coming up. Probably only 4 or 5 trades will go right out of 10 if you don't have the right strategy. So this is just a way to identify price move. This is not the way to enter or exit a trade, right my friends? So this is what I just wanted to highlight in today's video. And trade well and trade wisely. Thank you all.